Bienvenue, et oui, ça me gratte la tête, pour le second épisode de The Council où on doit se balader et un peu observer ce qui se passe ailleurs. Et voilà, donc un jeu très sympathique. Alors j'ai regardé, ça durerait en moyenne 15 heures pour le finir. Je crois qu'il y a 5 ou 6 épisodes, donc c'est assez long. Donc un épisode par chapitre ne marcherait pas. Donc voilà, on va faire un épisode de 40 minutes, je pense. Puis on verra. J'ai récupéré une pièce de collection qui sert. Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas, c'est ça. D'accord, c'est des pièces égarées. Ok. Quoi, la croix de Malte? Ok. D'accord.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best
Donc ça,
disguise.
c'est des trucs à utiliser pendant les discussions. Alors, est-ce qu'on devrait monter avant?
Maybe I should introduce myself to the other guests
Ok.
first.
En fait, j'aimerais bien vraiment tout observer avant de parler aux gens.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch.
Ok.
Biography of the Great Men.
D'accord. Donc là, j'ai un manuscrit. Hmm. Ça me donne des points, d'accord. Alors, on va un peu se balader ici maintenant. Je pense que ici on ne peut pas y aller non plus.
I've just arrived.
Voilà.
It might be bad manners to go upstairs without being
Là,
invited.
pareil. On regarde ce qu'il y a ici. Une map de l'Europe de l'Ouest. C'est sympa. Et on va donc regarder ce qu'il y a ici. Là, il y a
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance,
Ouais,
Mr.
quand même.
President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richer. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please.
Putain.
Let us forget our fancy
Président
titles.
des États-Unis.
Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his
Imaginez quand même
receptions,
rencontrer
there are
quelqu'un
over a
de
dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet.
C'est
And you'll
fou.
see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Ouh.
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door. I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply
Je vais
stupefying.
mentir au président des États-Unis. À Washington.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
J'ai la
Lord
vérité.
Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother,
Je pense qu'il
who
peut m'aider,
seems to have
Washington.
disappeared during her stay here. I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
J'ai pensé un peu au clou.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Il faut que je regarde ça et ça.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
Ouais, je vais demander
Do
qui.
you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home.
Ah putain, j'ai envie de faire les deux. Je préfère rester avec Washington.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying.
Putain, j'aime pas faire des choix comme ça.
Just like you, when I arrived this morning,
Père fondateur. Royaliste convaincu. Donc il était pour garder les
found out that Sarah had gone missing.
États-Unis pour avec le Royaume-Uni.
Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
J'en ai des questions.
And you, Emily, what do you think of my mother?
I only know her through the Order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking, but I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? So, my mother was with during the American Revolution. Did you talk about politics?
Yes. In spite of her young age, she defended.
Talent débloqué à bout de souffle. Gagner un point de compétence. Ok. Alors, attendez, je vais juste revoir ça, ça me fait gagner quoi? Immunité et vulnérabilité. Immunité et vulnérabilité. Bah, ouais. Ouais, immunité politique. Ah oui, je peux pas me parler de politique. C'est vrai que c'est logique, je peux pas l'avoir sur la politique à Washington, avec Washington. Donc avec ça, je peux débloquer immunité et vulnérabilité. Attendez. Ah, mais c'était celui que je viens de faire en fait.
Our cause with
Ouais, attends.
enthusiasm.
Did she go to the front
Attendez,
line?
je veux juste rechecker. Des voiles tempérament. Ah, ok.
Famous gunner, Molly Pitcher?
Yes,
En
in
fait,
a way.
je crois que ça me
The
dit
role given to women
c'est
in
quoi
your
son
war
vulnérabilité,
was a
c'est quoi
great
son
step
immunité.
forward.
Me,
Immunité.
I am impressed. Few people
Ça
know
peut
about the
permis de faire
legend
contre,
of
j'aurais
Molly,
su ce que
so
son
you
immunité
don't
était de
know
la
the true
politique, et du
story.
coup, j'aurais pas dû lui demander.
Molly Pitcher
Okay.
is a character invented by Sarah. She persuaded me to use a heroic female figure, an American Joan of Arc, if you will. It enabled us to gain a few thousand extra fighters, and it was all thanks to your mother.
I didn't know that. Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
I wonder if Mother is still on the island. Could she not have taken a boat and left?
I don't see how. No vessel can moor closer than 200 yards, not to mention the permanent presence of staff and servants. There is one strange thing, I grant you. This island is barely the size of Delaware, and despite that,
C'est quand même
no
beaucoup
one
de
has
Delaware.
been able to locate your mother.
C'est une blague ou...
So my mother still must be on the island.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope.
2 semaines à cette époque.
Careful, they're coming back.
Putain, mais j'ai toujours pas vu les objets sur la table.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty
c'est
accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young
Quoi?
lady
Ah
with you?
putain, faut que je sois attendu.
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President.
je
She would
sois-
have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is
Je sois
exhausted.
attentif.
Elizabeth
compris.
Adams?
J'ai pas compris les gars. Putain. Je fais n'importe quoi les gars. Donc immunité étiquette, ça veut dire que c'est un mec à qui je peux pas...
Miss Adams is
flatter, hein.
here to
Mais
rest.
comment ça? Qu'est-ce que je dois
You have
faire?
perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days
Putain, il me casse les couilles là. Qu'est-ce que je dois faire avec cette immunité?
ago.
Option.
I perceived her, but we weren't
Je
introduced.
vois pas la souris, c'est
Rest
possible.
assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Je pense que ça se fait tout seul en fait. Faut que je
On that
peux
note, it's
appuyer.
very late. You must be
Ouais,
exhausted.
voilà. C'est juste que je les ai pas en fait. Regardez, interrogatoire. Ouais, en fait, si je l'avais eu, j'aurais vu un
The
truc,
servant will
je pense.
accompany you to your rooms.
Donc c'est logique en fait. J'ai rien raté. Par contre, j'ai toujours pas vu les objets qui étaient sur la table. Et j'ai perdu pas mal de points. Donc Elisabeth Adams, c'est qui? D'accord. C'était la fille qu'on a vue.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Imagine
Good
un
night, sir.
de
I
son
shall do
téléphone portable
likewise.
quand même. Enfin, là, tout
Louis,
l'instant,
I
on
shall
se
see you
pose
in the
devant notre
morning.
téléphone. Et là, qu'est-ce qu'ils
Sleep
font?
well.
Ils peuvent pas
Good
regarder la
night.
télé,
See you
ils
tomorrow.
peuvent pas regarder les news, ils
Oh man,
peuvent pas regarder de
it's been
séries.
quite a day.
C'est fou, hein.
Right. Where is my room? Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy.
Ok, je savais pas que c'était vache.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
Je vais la laisser cachée.
Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so
Parce que
too
si c'est
bad.
des noms
I'll wait until I
de...
hand it to Mother. Wow,
Si c'est des noms
nice room.
de... Si c'est des noms d'opposants,
Sure doesn't do things
je pense
halfway.
pas que ça me soit utile. Donc, et puis lui, ça peut être un allié. Donc, on va voir. C'est la palette duchesse à poil, là. Oh,
Great, honey.
ça sert à quoi le miel? Ben c'est pas ma chambre. Mais je voulais pas aller me coucher. À quel moment je vais me coucher en ouvrant la porte de l'extérieur, je comprends pas. J'ai dû rentrer dans la zone. Putain, ça fait que 20 minutes, je crois. Putain. Quel livre? Putain, mais... Ah oui, donc l'alternative, ok, la rencontre inattendue. Ouais, ok. Putain, mais comment ça? J'ai... Sur les quais, pourtant j'ai tout fait, je pouvais pas ouvrir la porte. Alors je pense que j'aurais pu ouvrir la porte si j'avais peut-être d'autres statistiques. Mais bon, ok. Je n'ai pas récupéré le livre, je sais pas quel livre elle parle. Et qu'est-ce qu'on gagne? Ah, 4 points! Hmm. Donc en fait là je suis niveau 1 partout. Là je suis bientôt niveau 2. Alors moi j'aimerais plutôt qu'on ait des trucs un peu partout. Pour la psychologie ça peut être très utile. Et on va augmenter La politique. Ouais, j'aime bien. Ah! Conviction ou diversion? C'est quoi? C'est un point de compétence, hein. Conviction, conviction ou diversion? Donc diversion, j'ai déjà. Ah, conviction, j'ai aussi. Écoute, on va plutôt prendre diversion, je pense. Ok, putain, c'est trop stylé. Allez, donc je récupère des points. Putain, c'est trop stylé. J'aime beaucoup. Moi, j'ai envie de contrôler le monde, en fait. Putain, mais
Your turn.
qu'est-ce qui se passe?
The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I
Mortimer,
do
ça?
thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't
C'est qui?
worry, Gregory.
Il m'avait
The game
spoilé.
won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late. And we have
Avec
much
l'accent.
to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Alors, je crois que c'est Napoléon Bonaparte, j'en suis même sûr. Voilà. Qu'est-ce que je fous dans la peau d'un servant? C'est ça que je comprends pas. C'est ma chambre là à droite.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you,
Il
Mr.
fait
President.
flipper ce type.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Il toque chez moi, non? Hein?
I'm coming.
Rapidement, ils me disent.
Excuse me.
Je me serais fait
Am I
gueuler
bothering
si
you?
j'avais pas fait rapide. Non.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes, I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least, I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
Il va m'être utile, je pense.
Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Alors, 2 petites secondes. J'ai vu qu'il fouillait, lui. Non mais je m'en bats les couilles. Tiens, on va juste prochaine. Ah ouais, c'est des secondes, donc j'aurais pas dû le faire. Je m'en doutais, mais bon, j'ai essayé moi.
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
Ah, les
What's the
bâtards,
matter, Your
ils les
Eminence?
utilisent pendant
I
les...
believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the
C'est
cut of his
Napoléon.
cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine.
Tiens, j'aurais pas dû l'utiliser.
Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Who do you
Pas
think
plaisir.
you are?
D'accord.
Forgive me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent
Confrontation.
you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell's going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please.
Mais non. Putain, je suis
Mercy.
salope. J'ai laissé une femme se faire frapper.
I apologize. Nah, nah, nah.
Après,
Mercy, have mercy. Nah, nah, nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
Are you out of your mind? What about the consequences?
What are you talking about?
c'est bon ça. Donc le truc gratuit que j'ai utilisé m'a permis d'utiliser un truc niveau 3. Et celui-là niveau 3.
Consequences of beating up one of Lord Mortimer's friends in his own house.
You tell him about that and you'll have to answer to me.
please.
It's too late for that. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry, but my intervention would have only made things worse. Look, we all have bad days, but hopefully tomorrow will be better. Can I call a servant to attend you, or...
No. I just want to return to my room.
C'est un échec, non? Mais... Putain, mais quelle grosse merde je suis. C'est un échec, non? Ah, attends, on va regarder. Il existe vraiment Jacques Pérou? Jacques Pérou, faut que je m'en souvienne, faut que je regarde après. Encore une petite dizaine de minutes.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out many things.
Good.
Did Elizabeth give you any trouble?
Elizabeth? No.
Well, you could have mentioned she was with a raving maniac, huh?
What do you mean?
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was gonna kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search your room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes.
Il est chelou là.
What I found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Et de ma mère.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking about? I'm not a child. What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
My mother got her hands dirty for the common good, so don't be too quick to judge her.
For the common good? We're talking about the vivisection of a child. Of tattooing her from head to foot with a red-hot iron.
Stop this.
For her 5th birthday, she inflicted the stigmata of Christ on her. And for her 10th birthday, a hysterectomy. What kind of gift is that for a child?
My mother is not a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well. But the techniques described in the file, it is pure torture.
My mother has many faults, but she's not the cruel woman you describe.
Believe what you will, but now you cannot say you were never told.
Ok. La bande son est franchement top. Il y a quoi par là?
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte. Monsieur Jacques Pérou. A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia. Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
Très très intéressant là ce que je trouve. Hein.
The Quorum Guide. That's not the right way.
Ok. Très intéressant ce que j'ai découvert. Surtout l'encyclopédie.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Everything went well. There's no need to worry.
Which means...
The situation was more complex than it looked at first glance.
What? The poor child was indeed being bullied by a thug, wasn't she?
Let's just say you didn't have a complete picture of the situation, Your Eminence. Maybe it's because it's harder to feel things when one is sheltered behind the door.
Now, listen to me, my son. I went in search of the servants.
You weren't able to find them, were you?
No, and they are going to hear from me. When you need them most, you simply can't find them.
Anyway, Miss Adams is safe. Everything's fine, so no need to lose any sleep over it.
I see. Thank you, my son. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Ouais, je vais le
Here
rendre.
it is.
Thank you, my son.
Là, il va voir que je l'ai pas ouvert.
Ah, I see that it's
Eh oui,
still...
eh oui, les gars. Eh
I
oui,
was right.
eh oui, eh oui, eh oui, eh oui. Je vous l'avais dit.
Trust in you, Louise. Give me 1 second, please.
J'en étais sûr.
I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer
je
had
finis
better
une
show
quête?
up.
Ah, donc ça c'est une bonne chose. Alors, entrée plat dessert. Une nuit agitée, je vais juste regarder les succès. Compléter la semaine. Ok, alors. C'est quoi ces singulières rencontres? Pourquoi elle est en bleu là? Je sais pas. Pourquoi t'es en bleu, mon frère? Ah, c'est bon ça, j'ai un point en plus. Donc ça, je sais la manipulation. Euh... Mince, j'ai pas changé le manuscrit. Bon, et bien écoutez, on va s'arrêter là. Je veux juste voir qu'il n'y ait pas de cinématique et tout. Donc, ouais, je pense que c'est bon. On va fouiller la
In my
chambre.
vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows?
En plus, ça tombe bien parce que je
Maybe
voulais
she left me
fouiller.
something behind.
Donc, on verra ça dans le prochain épisode. Et je vous dis à très vite. Ah, ok. Alors, on va juste... Est-ce que je pense que je vais avoir besoin de conviction dans cet épisode? Ah, je peux en mettre deux. Voilà. Voilà. Merci à tous de m'avoir suivi et je vous dis à la prochaine. Ciao.